Coach, you wrap up the 2018 portion of the schedule with an 87-67 win over Kentucky Wesleyan. Obviously, an outstanding second half of basketball, but what are your takeaways from the night's game?
Well, I thought we, like you said, tale of two halves. First half, for some reason, we had the poor me's. Body language was bad. I thought we were mopey. I thought we were struggling to compete the way we needed to. And I don't know what the reasoning was, but everybody was just kind of in their feelings at that point. And then I thought, second half, we had all these, laundry list of things we need to do better in the second half as we went in. And as I got in the locker room, really the only thing that mattered was we were going to flip our mentality. If we didn't, we were going to lose. And I thought, if we could change it and fix it and correct it, then I thought we had a chance to get the win. And our guys, I think, in the second half came out much more intense, much more focused. I thought we played far better on both sides of the ball. I thought, defensively we had more force, we had more presence. I thought we impacted the ball at a greater level and made things more difficult. I thought first half they got whatever they wanted, and on the offensive end, I thought we were much more aggressive. From a game plan standpoint, they were obviously going under a lot of stuff, whipping a lot of ball screens and handoffs and stuff. And first half we seemed hesitant. It kind of caught us off. I don't know if it caught us off guard. We knew they were going to do some of that. I guess just at the level they were whipping at, the depth they were whipping at, and our guys just seemed kind of indecisive. In second half, I thought we were much more aggressive, shooting the ball and taking what the defense gave us.
19 3-pointers tonight, third most in program history. You already kind of alluded to this, but what was really working for you guys offensively to shoot the ball that well?
Well, you got to step up and make them, right? I think game plan going in. We've been hit or miss from three, and I think it's not something you want to live with. I thought early in the game we really had some good possessions where we got the blender going, got the cycle started with some drives and drew help. We had some multiple drive possessions, and then they really did a nice job. I thought of trying to. In both halves, but really shrink the floor. I thought they were trying to every time we drove it, put bodies in front and make us drive and kick. And I thought we obviously stuck open ones. We got really good looks, and I thought our guys attacked intelligently. And then because they were whipping the dribble handoffs, I thought Scoot got going there from three at really end of the first half, made a couple. Then the second half, I thought he was fantastic coming off those and knocking some big shots down, give us some separation. Guys got confidence, and like a lot of things, it's contagious, right? Ball starts going and everybody feels a little better, and I think just seeing the ball go in the basket was nice for our guys because, from the three-point line, we've made a fair amount, but we've obviously had massive, swings in terms of, games we've shot it well, and then obviously games we've shot it abysmally.
So obviously now you wrap up this, what you want to call it, the first half of the schedule. It doesn't really work out that way from a games perspective, but 2018 portion of the schedule.
Right.
Obviously playing some pretty good basketball of late. So how do you feel like the team, where do you think the team is at heading into this break?
Well, I think we everybody would wants to be undefeated, right? So we're 8-3. I think the biggest thing for us always is growth, and I do feel like we're much better than we were November 9th. Again, we're having to kind of learn on the fly, learn as we go. I think guys are starting to understand how to play with each other better. When you have so many new pieces, so many young guys, it's difficult, to find cohesion. And I think we're playing on the offensive end a little more purposefully. I think guys are understanding how to help each other a little bit on both ends. We're understanding. I think our shot selection, all that stuff's better. Our defense, I thought in the second half tonight was pretty good. I thought against Wingate it was great. Obviously Anderson not so good. The biggest challenge for us is going to be consistency. I think that's for most teams, but for us, we've got we've had some stretches of really good basketball. We've had some stretches of pretty terrible basketball, and that's not atypical. Like that's a lot of teams, but I don't know. Our valleys are probably too deep, and they happen too often. We've got to have less valleys, and they've got to not be quite as deep as they are. And we just got to come in, work, continue to grow, get better. As I told them, we've got 11 behind us, but the majority awaits us. Now is time, though. We get a week, and it's a great rule in the Division II level. But everybody will disperse here for the next 7 days. We'll reconvene for practice on the 27th. But like I told them, whatever they got to do to fill their cups back up. These young guys, I think they're tired. They're fried mentally and physically. So fill your cup back up because it's going to be, the majority of the work is ahead of us, not behind us.
January 1st is so a long gap until that next game. So kind of what's going to be the theme other than rest and recuperation and kind of getting back on track mentally? What else is going to be the theme of this little break here?
Well, I think for the guys, just get away and for the cuts back up from a coaching standpoint, I'm sure we'll look at and go through everything we're doing and look at areas that we can help these guys to grow. I mean, and kind of self-evaluate. We do that anyway, but now you have a week with no, or really 2 weeks with no games, so you can really kind of get into the nitty-gritty of what you're doing and where you can improve moving forward. And so when we come back, though, the 27th, I think, when you have a week away, I love the rule. I think it's great. But a week's a long time, so then you get back and you have, I think, just 5 days before you play again. So the key there is to get back in condition, make sure the habits and are sharp, and get to work in terms of trying to improve in the areas you got to grow in, continue to grow, continue to be persistent and diligent and determined about building the right habits. And we have a long way to go. The goal every year is to maximize the group and for the group to be the very best it can be at the end. Along the way, you want to play to your full potential every single game, and we're a long way off. We're a long way off from being close to maximizing this group. We're seeing in spurts and fits and starts different guys tonight. It was, obviously Julius Brown, I thought, gave us some really good minutes. Cavassier, Ricky Clark, some of the young guys are starting to play. We dealt with some injuries. Anthony Brown was hurt with a shoulder. Alex Dalling with a hamstrings. Those guys couldn't come back in the second half, but the young guys are getting great opportunities, and they're, again, kind of learning on the fly. So we'll come back. We'll get to work on getting back in condition, relearning and building some better habits, and hopefully be ready to go on New Year's Day. Everybody seems excited. I didn't realize how much joy a New Year's Day game at 3 would bring our players, staff, administrative staff. Everybody's really pumped, so I think I'm very popular. This was a great idea. I'm going to do this. It's going to be an annual deal. We're going to play every year now on New Year's. This is such a hit, such a big hit, so we'll see. So.
Well, congrats on the victory, Coach, and we'll see you in 2019.
Sounds great, Scotty.